You know what? Because this is also going to go back on YouTube, I'm just going to, like, fake take the opening again. Alright, so we're going to be playing Smith. Let's have a look at the perks. Perks are the tricks of the trade that grifters learn over the course of their many adventures. Equipping different perks may influence how you play your run. Unlock new perks by completing new grifts and spending your perk points here. First time I've ever read that right there. That's certainly definitely the first time, not my second take at this. We've got benefits at the start of the game. One person will randomly like you, gain 6 max health. New pets are immediately trained, gain 1 power at the start of each battle. The first graft you install is immediately upgraded. Giant power spike right there, especially if you wait for a rare graft. Gain 10 shields every time you use an item card with a charge. It's a decent amount of money, actually. Gain 4 maximum resolve. Fatigue starts 1 turn later than normal. Okay, that'll give you the ability to actually EXP up your cards really heavily. I'm probably going to take stamina. Swear you start your run with an additional 75 shills, and once per day, drink and eat without any repercussions. So that's a lot of healing Tough Constitution actually gives you there. I'm going to get stamina. I'm going to get Tough Constitution. I'm going to get Premium Quality. And I'm going to get Innate Connection. And then in this run, I am going to take Stamina. I didn't find pets last time. Yeah, it does seem like Smith doesn't necessarily get that many pet opportunities. You're right, Wizard. So let's go Premium Quality, I think, actually. Tough Constitution will give me the ability to heal up from all of the extra damage that I'm going to end up taking over the course of Stamina, though. So, okay, let's actually go with that. I like that. And then the second outfit is the Gambler's outfit, a suit so slick that it should be outlawed. Looking damn fine right there. I don't think there's really much else to do here. Other than, I guess, pick the packs that we're going to be playing with, but I don't think I even have control over that right now. Do I not get to change the card sets? Huh. Wild. You were born to disappoint. When your wealthy parents tried to foot you the bill of their ambitions, you left to check with your siblings and hit the road. Actions speak louder than words, so while you gambled and drank through every dive bar on this side of the sea, your parents cleaned up after you, eager to keep the family name out of the ledgers. Meanwhile, your siblings flourished. Tharu, the baby, grew out of diapers and into the Merchant's Guild, keeping his skin oiled. Mollifi, your twin sister, sharpened her teeth at the Admiralty, swimming up the ranks like a sharp-toothed eel. And Vixamali, the eldest, became a Hessian cardinal. Guess those family ties paid off. So at least when your parents finally died, they had 3 other broodlings to be proud of. But when you came home to claim your inheritance, it turns out that your parents weren't the only ones to feel resentful. This isn't the first time that you wake up in a gutter, but it is the first time that it hurts so bad. Matt Scalia, thank you very much for the for the $5 pledge on Patreon. You knew you weren't the family's favorite, but to be kicked out of your own parents' funeral? All right. Now, last time I focused so heavily on negotiation that I just failed in combat. I bias towards negotiation. Definitely, that's just a thing that I always do, right? So I think I should take the early combat bonuses because I'm gonna end up biasing towards negotiation later. But if I take negotiation, I'm gonna bias towards negotiation and just become a negotiation deck again. It was in custom? Okay, I don't need to customize the run in that way then. Check yourself, Brewers. A fellow like you hasn't combed every bar in Havaria without knowing how to throw a punch, but your sister knocked you down the moment you spoke disrespect. Tracer. Tracer. Whenever an owner is hit by an attack, you gain 2 defense. At the start of the owner's turn, remove 1 stack of Tracer. So we would want to, give that multi-hits in the same deck. Ruthless, if your target has trauma, deal 3 bonus damage. Upgrades this are 6 by base, and then 3 bonus damage, or 3 to 5 and 5 bonus damage. So this is 9, and it's always 6 damage by base, and then does 3. Rooted Ruthless is almost always better here? If you have trauma, this is almost as good as the best result from Boosted Ruthless. 66% of the time, it's the same or better. If you don't have trauma, it's just way better. All right, then. Tracer. Apply 2 Tracer, so 2 turns worth of it, or 5 defense, and then a Tracer as well. And then there's Freebie, expending empty bottles from your deck. This card costs 0 if you expend 2 empties from your deck. No, that's like that's kind of a waste of the empty bottles in my mind. Let's take Tracer and try and play into it. So we're going to want multi-hits. Your bruises will heal, but you'll need to learn to keep your arms spring-loaded if you don't want to be caught off guard again. Before, you entered by the front entrance, elbowing your way through the crowd. This time, though, you head around the back. Hold it right there, Grifter. The captain has given me license to beat you down again, if you need it. Alright, I can't just do the Jar Jar voice for this guy every single time, but his voice typically would be, "If you know who I am, you know I ain't no Grifter. This is my house." That kind of thing, you know? Not anymore. Besides, I've been stationed here for 5 years. And this is the first time I've seen you. I had better things to do than let my glands harden around this dump Denai. Pradeshi politics are never kind, but to be disowned by your own brood? That must sting. It'd take time and self-reflection to notice where your feelings are at. And you'd rather avoid it altogether. Mood! You notice a box just inside the eastern gates, a glint of precious metals rather, catching your eye. Looks like some heirlooms from your parents' vacation home. Demand one of the heirlooms. Expect me to walk away empty-handed? My parents are dead! I got brood rights here! Rights to that box, for instance. Clove glances over the shoulder in surprise. Seems like the box was overlooked. No one here cares about your damn rights. I'm doing you a favor by turning you away like this. I mean, she's gonna dislike me either way. This one's easier to stall out, though. Let's do the things that challenge me. Didn't expect to have to cave someone's face in on this side of the gates. But at least I'm used to it. Let's go for him. Brooklyn accent definitely fits him better. I hope that I can do it correctly. I feel like that's not necessarily my strong suit, but hey, I'm not a professional voice actor. I'm an enthusiast voice actor, you see. Oh, sorry, I should also probably check the enemy stuff here. Whenever Clove is hit by an attack, you gain... Oh, that's the Tracer. They've gained 1 power and attack damage increased by 1. Yeah, okay, that's just the Jericho bonus. I've always thought of Smith as an NYC mob bruiser type. You want I should mess him up, boss? Yeah, honestly, I think like I'm trying to bridge that gap a little in the way that I'm doing it myself. Oh, also, actually, I am on the wrong side for the graphics here. 1 second. Gameplay, streaming mode, put that on the left side. That's about where I am. Perfect for play changes. Good. Hey, I love when games do this and actually give you the ability to kind of put your webcam down somewhere. Okay. Dropkick is going to make me take 3 damage. Fatigue starts a turn later, though, so really I should try and use as many opportunities to level up my defensive cards here as possible. Smith's Blast definitely wants to level up. Okay, Shroken Pepper Shot. Expended empty bottle from the deck, apply and impair. Impair is the damage reduced by 33%. They reduce impair every turn. Cool. Drink, alleviate 4 health, so that heals health that I've lost on this turn. And then Rumble, expend an empty bottle card from the deck, apply trauma. Sure, we'll do that. Trauma's pretty good. Formation 3, the enemy just picked up. At the end of Glove's turn, apply 3 defense to all enemies. Okay. Hopefully we get Cripple here. That, of course we couldn't have gotten Cripple there. I don't know why I thought I could have. Defend myself, and then I guess just throw out another hit. Okay, so we will be taking some damage this turn at the absolute least. Ow. Whenever the owner is hit by an attack, you gain 2 defense. I don't know whether I'll take the 3 damage from dropkick on cast, and then the Tracer will defend me afterwards, or if the Tracer will defend me and then the dropkick will hit me afterwards. Honestly, I should try and find out in this fight. Let's get a Smith's Resource here. More trauma on the enemy. Double up our next attack, sure. Alright. Let's do it. Okay, so I gain the defense, and then I lose the HP to dropkick. That's really important, because Moxie is whenever Smith takes damage on his turn, his Moxie increases by a random amount between 1 and 2, and you heal equal to the amount of Moxie you have. So if I can take 1 damage to Moxie, I might actually come out on top. I might heal by 1, ultimately. That's going to be probably a core focus of this deck, the self-damage and the small defense using Tracer. That is a status effect as well as the Clove. Got it. I'm still not fatigued, so we'll double up on the defense and then throw out a Smith's Arsenal, get even more trauma on the enemy. The enemy is now traumatized. So my next damage, next attack does double damage, although I'm not going to end the fight until fatigue comes up. Fine, so we'll Smith's Flask, hopefully looking for some draw, I guess. That's not going to do it, so I'll just Murder Blade blast him. Anyway, I started Murder Blade blasting. All right, there we go. We can already see the fatigue is there. Let's apply the defense to ourselves and then drop kick for 14 damage. Enemy concedes. And then die. I'm not doing it. I can't do that just yet. Got to your lemon lime mask. Say Raps, where in Aussie are you from? Sydney. I am a Sydney-sider. I've never seen anything in my life I've been so interested in. If we're going with self-damage as a theme, Push It is part of it. Take 5 damage, draw 2 cards. Upgrades to take 5 damage, draw 3, or take 3 damage twice. 2 different instances of damage gives you more chance at Moxie, right? So it's this, Alleviate, Tracer, self-kick damage. This is almost certainly our draft. Let's look at the others, though. Weird. Nasal passage is congested. Threshold 6, so if it does at least 6 damage, apply 4 Impair, 2 Impair on the other one. Tracer again. Honestly, a second Tracer would be really good in this deck too. If we go for a second Tracer, we can actually try and focus heavily on the multi-attacks. Previously, we were always trying to go for that. What does Tracer do? Tracer is... whenever an owner is hit by an attack, you gain 2 defense. At the start of the turn, they lose a Tracer. Doubling up on Tracer, especially early, I think gives me the ability to defend. And defense was something we really, really had trouble with. Push It and Tracer don't really mix. So the reason I would have Push It and Tracer mix would literally just be for things that self-damage me. If they self-damage me by more than 2, but less than like 5, obviously Push It is an example outside of that, right? Because it's not an attack. As long as it attacks the enemy and damages me for anywhere between 3 and 4, then I can get good Moxie out of it as long as I have 1 Tracer on the enemy. That's the general idea for that one. I think I will go for the second Tracer, though. Yeah. All I wanted is what's rightfully mine. Not on the guest list, you said. Except my fist was on the guest list to your face. All this for a bauble? Take it. And I'm only telling your siblings about this. They'll reclaim what's theirs, if they need to. You open the box. There's not much in there, and most of it's useless. Upgrade a battle card, draft 2 negotiation cards, or a battle graph slot. We have 4 battle graph slots. I don't think I'm going to be filling all of them. Training manual I mean, look, I could use Training Manual to immediately upgrade the Tracer we just picked up. That's a lot of experience that gets, right? 9 points of experience. 2 negotiation cards, though. It gives me the ability to start actually drafting a negotiation deck as well. I think I'm going to go for that. Ooh. Bonus 10. You passed up this card 3 times. Choose it now to get a bonus of 10 shills. Ooh. That's interesting. Scapegoat. Forces all enemy intents and arguments to target a specific friendly argument. I can do 2 damage with it, or I can have it cost 0. Double Entendre. Apply composure to all friendly arguments equal to half the damage dealt by this card. This is a aggressive card as well, by the way, a hostility card. It is blue because I am using the colorblind accessibility options in the game. Associates, draw 2 cards, gain renown equal to their combined cost. I think Associates is the one I'm going to want to go for. I found myself previously lacking draw in the negotiation deck, and this is just going to be happy to go in almost anything, right? Most decks here will run renown in some way. Speaking of most decks running renown in some way, Save Face. Spend 2 renown to apply 5 composure. I can get 7 composure, or I can get 1 renown, 5 composure. Okay, interesting. There's another copy of Associates. Even footing. Apply 2 composure to a random friendly argument. Repeat once per enemy non-core argument. So that's going to be really good against some enemies and kind of garbage against others. I could honestly go Associates too. Right? Then I have like a decent amount of draw in the deck, which makes it really easy for me to do things like take Pale cards after that. Anything that costs 0 becomes a lot easier to use. Also gives me the ability to start drafting more expensive cards, such that I get the combined cost giving us more renown. Also gives us the ability to start drafting things that require us to invest a lot of renown into them. But maybe I'm getting too far ahead of myself and I should just take Save Face, get some actual defense in here. Yeah. Let's branch out there a little. You tank what's yours, or at least the only thing you're allowed. Now leave. I'm not gonna ask about things here. I previously did the first couple days in videos that should be up on the channel if you're watching this on the YouTube channel, or in the previous VOD for this. I don't necessarily want to go through all of the dialogue again, because that is going to end up with a very, very, very long stream. Fine, I don't need this dump. I've traveled the world, see? All the way from 46th Street to 47th Street. See you on the flipper side, chump. Let's go to the bar. Down the road, you notice a group of Admiralty hauling a prisoner, likely en route to the Pearl Prison. Some distance behind them, a poorly concealed group of Spree are stalking them. Approach the bandits. Well, now, this doesn't look suspicious. What you doing, eh? Shh. We're busting Teak free. These switches won't even know what hit them. Join the ambush? Teak will love me, but Lasquo won't even hate me. I don't necessarily know what the bonus for Teak loving me here is, but yes, let's do it. Good times. I'm here to help. You need a good arm? You know Teak? What I know is that setting her loose from a bunch of goony switches is more fun than it isn't. Good enough for me. Let's get him. Hey Teak, we're coming to save you. Lasquo dislikes me. We've got a Chitinous Wild Fleet out here in front. The Wild Rock has evasion, so they will dodge the first attack. The incoming damage against me is already 2/2 instances. If I use a Toughen Up, I can get a single stack of Moxie out of that, so I don't really need to use a second. We'll use Smith's Blast, Toughen Up, and Bash here. Murder Blade Blaster, look, if we're doing that at the very start, that's not a problem, right? So then we go that, Toughen Up, Murder Blade Blaster, get a point of power, and then just end the turn. So they were stalking, so they were stalking the Admiralty. So you might say he's a sneaky teak. Well, now I have to rescue them. I'm honor bound. Skittish will panic whenever an ally panics or dies. Wow, so if I go for the Wild Vrock here, I can actually get Clerk Lasquo down faster. Neat. So I guess that's what I'm gonna do then. Give him a dropped kick right there. Oh, so the 2 stacks of Tracer don't give me 4 defense, right? They just extend the stacks of Tracer. That makes sense. That makes sense. But hey, I prefer it that way. We get more self-heal and moxie out of it. Hey, Avatar. All right. Wild Vrock is going to try and go down this turn. Unfortunately, that means if the Wild Vrock does go down this turn, I'm not going to have the ability to... Uh-oh. Can I apply defense to you? No! Well, all right. I'm not going to have the ability to get too much more out of this. Where are we? Fine, that'll go. There we go. This isn't an ambush, so if I kill Lasquo, people are gonna hate me for it. Get out of here, Lasquo. Think your webcam footage is a bit too tall for the streamer safe box? You're right, almost certainly. Let me just, there we go. All right. We get a victory medal. We'll explore those later. Ooh, push it is here again. While you have less than 50% health, this card costs 1 less. There's also the Bottle Hurl. Expend 2 empty bottles from your deck to play this. Low cost card itself. Desperation? Am I desperate? I don't think so. I'm still just gonna take push it. Hey, thanks for that. I owe you one. Okay, that's the end of the conversation. King hit, +4 damage on the first attack in battle. Great. We definitely want multi-strikes now. I still struggle to properly predict the penalties to murdering someone in this game. There's more to it than being the aggressor or not. Yeah, there's like baiting them into the argument, so that's not being the aggressor, right? There's isolation. Obviously, if they have no people that like them or in their faction, that doesn't typically affect anything else. I think I have a bit of trouble with that one too. The Hideaway isn't your first choice of bar, but it's the only one that doesn't have a bouncer at the door keeping pilgrims away. Inside, the air is humid and heavy, the way most Pradeshi like it. You take a deep breath to coat your lungs, and for the first time, you actually feel at home. It takes a moment for you to notice the Jaracal barkeep, hair slick with the heat. Hey barkeep, what you got on the house? I'm in mourning, see? On the house? You've got another thing coming if you think... Smith? Got it in one, do I, The nervous twitching of the Jaracal's nose brings back some fond memories from your school days. Sweet Maurice, yo, Fluff, how you been, buddy? Boy, it is good to see a friendly face. I have had a hell of a week. Yes, well, you and me both, I guess. Is there something you want? Or are you just here to ask for free swill? Because you're so sensitive, you notice that Sweet Maurice is looking a little limp. Yeah, well, whatever you're doing, count me in. We're friends after all. We are? Old buds like you and me, we gotta stick together. We do? What can I do to help, huh? Just say the word. And your pal Smith will knock some heads together for you. Assuming this isn't some kind of trick, I've got a lead on something that might help. I just didn't have the muscle to see it done. Hey, I got enough to spare. Leave it to me. Sure, Smith. Whatever you say. Sponsorship deal. This will give us restoration for health or resolve. Honestly, 3 is a party. This is also a negotiation. The reward is shills instead, though. 30 more shills than the other option. We'll do that. Though, just very quickly, let me say, Slee, thank you very much for getting tier 1 sub to Claire Sparkfire and Alcoholic Basilisk for resubscribing for the 8th month in a row at tier 1. Says, sup, baby, Raps Angel. Sup. Much appreciated. Enjoy most in chat. Welcome to the Republic, Yolta. 3's a party. I figure maybe I'm not honoring the beaching enough. It's a pretty big deal, after all. Having a holy visitation from the Abyss. Yeah, I mean, I've trashed parties for less. Like, that one you had way back when. What was it? My 13th birthday. Good times! Anyway, if I can reach out to some of my best customers, let them know it's an exclusive event, I'll be trying out new cocktails. Pretty sure I got a recipe book lying around here somewhere that I can dust off. Hey, folks never turn down a free drink. What? No! No free drinks! The whole point is to pay my bills. Alright, let's accept. You want to help? Just deliver the invites and come back here to cover the door. You got it. I'm nothing if not persuasive. Yes, well, don't rough up anyone too bad, or it won't be much help to our business. I have some weird nasal blockage that is preventing me from reaching certain parts of that voice that I wanted to. Damn. Alright. Let's get back out on the hunt. 3's a party. Benawem, Effie, Okonomi, and Chu. An Oshnu Wrangler could use break, has an air of respectability. Benawem drives a hard bargain, but parties harder. And Effie may be part of the authorities, but that doesn't mean he doesn't know how to have a good time. I want to make Benawem love me because that will give me good credit. Let's try that one first. You haven't been honoring a good beaching, Mr. Dubois. See, I can't get the rattle in the top of the nasal for it. The top of the nasal passage, I guess. You find Benawem trying to conduct local business. It's a solid deal. You'd be a fool to turn it down. Hey, I agree. Excuse me? Can't you see we're doing business here, grifter? I'm in business too. The business of partying down. Party at Marif's. You're invited. Very exclusive. I'm clearly busy. Convince Jati to agree to the deal, or bribe Jati to close the deal. Convince him to agree to the deal. All you gotta do is make him reflect. You, Jati. What are you, some no-good slob? The deal is only for smarty pants and go-getters. Go get out of here! Business? It's just business? Okay. Enemy's core argument is whenever damage spills over against core arguments, it targets my core argument instead. Delegator, wow. That's pretty rude. Let's get Bewilder Associates. Hang on. Some promotion. Okay. Let's use the Associates with the double draw. There we go. We got Renown 2. That's pretty good so far. And then honestly, I'm just going to double Bewilder myself. Right? I don't need to take any damage in this fight, but also it's very important I actually start upgrading our damage cards. Yeah, because the 2 cards that I've drafted so far are not damage cards. Fine. So the new argument here is Grindstone. Targets an enemy argument for 2/2 each turn. Benawem is also giving us Deep Pockets, Hush Money to my hand. For just this turn and the next turn. Dismisses random enemy intent. So their intent could be deploying an argument all the 4 damage. Either of those I would love to get rid of, sure. Nice, they're not doing the 4 damage anymore, at least the core. Draw pile has Save Face. That's some composure. Okay, let's gain 2 Renown, draw a card. Defend ourselves. And then we have only 1 stack of Renown left. Do I want to build Renown even more? Actually, I probably just want to take out the Grindstone. There we go. Hush money yet again. Start out with the hush money. Not really how I was hoping that would go down. I guess we'll go associates. Didn't really find the amount of self-defense I was looking for there either, unfortunately. Okay, I think what I'm going to have to do is nepotism, getting clout, use clout to kill the back line. Because then it doesn't have any spill damage that comes back at me. It's done in 2 instances. Couldn't agree more, Luthril. Bewilder? Save face. Okay, so I don't have any access to Renown this turn, so I can't save the Renown in the back line. Right? Yeah, I can't save the Renown in the back line. Being attacked for 2 from... Well, actually, no, I can. I can Bewilder you and then throw out a Brag. Nice. It should have been Bully first rather than Brag. Also, I did forget about Bravado. They deal damage equal to the number of facility cards placed in a row this turn, so I really should have gone Bully there for the more damage. So it should have been Bully to the back line, Bully to the front line. I was just focusing on trying to specify the experience. When destroyed, Smith's core argument gains 10 composure. Love it. Don't need to use that this turn, though. Start with associates again. Well, I guess I'm using it this turn, then. Sure, let's go Bully. It's good damage. We're out of coffee. Time to move on to water. Fatigue is next turn, right? Yeah, the enemy's got impatience, so this turn I would have gotten fatigue, which means I will get fatigue next turn instead, which means I do want to end the fight this turn. Let's drop a name. I might not even have the damage for this unless I focus exclusively on damage. Should have gone nepotism first. I knew it. Oh, whoa. Was ist das? There's Crass over here. Gain 2 dominance and 1 vulnerability. The upgrade is no vulnerability or an extra dominance. Dominance increases the effect of your hostility cards. Networker. This is interesting, though. Renowned 3, draw 2 cards. Upgrades to Renowned 3, draw 3 cards. Renowned 1, draw 2 cards. That's a lot of draw and a lot of renown in that deck, which gives us the ability to play a lot of Pale cards, especially Pale setup cards. And it does damage. Yeah, and it does a consistent amount of damage even. It's going to be Networker here almost certainly for me. Revision. Destroy all friendly arguments and create new copies of them. I guess that refreshes their resolve? Can't refresh their stacks if it's a new copy of it. I guess if you have friendly arguments that you want destroyed and then you want to bring them back and do it again. It also triggers your passive, aka 1 damage per. Oh, right. The core argument of Smith is anytime one of your arguments is destroyed, deal the damage. Draw a card for every argument destroyed. Honestly, that seems interesting. I'm gonna go Networker though. You wanna be a Plankton or a Barracuda? The life cycle of a plankton is actually extremely interesting, but I don't think I'd be very good at it. Exactly. So we're in business, yeah? Yes. I mean, I think. Yes? The deal is on, Benwem. I'll send along the paperwork shortly. Well, I'll be. I've been working that deal for weeks. Yikes, embarrassing for you, eh? What can I say? I'm a pro. So you'll be at the later party, yes? Seems like a good networking opportunity. Count me in. Benwem likes me. I'll see him at the party then. Alright, Effie may be part of the authorities. Doesn't mean he had a good time. Okonomi's part of the cult. Pichu is an Oshnu Wrangler, but can use a break. Let's go to you. You find Pachu dealing with an Oshnu, or rather, you seem the Oshnu is the one dealing with Pachu. Bad snail, eh? Bad. Someone call my name? What? No. This is just a deeper version of the same thing. It's this damn Oshnu. It won't move out of the pen so I can muck it out. Well, I got something to ease your stress. There's an exclusive party at the Hideaway, and you're invited. You gotta leave the Oshnu here, though. I'd love to. I kinda got my hands full. Offer to teach... Oof. That doesn't seem like that's a good one. Convince the Wild Pack Oshnu to leave. Oof. Yikes. Well. I don't really want to fight him. But I also do really want to fight him. But more than that, I want to see what they're going to do in a negotiation. Let me talk to it. I have a way with animals, see? Worth a shot, I guess. Shell argument. Every third turn, Wildpack Oshnu retracts into a shell, shielding its core arguments. Okay. What do we want to do this turn? It's got to be Bewilder, Networker, Brag. Honestly, just get experience on useful cards. Well, actually, it's probably not Brag. It's probably Nepotism if I'm doing that. Sopalkutier. Alright, go. It's deployed an argument on me. Oshnu Slime. I draw one less card at the start of my turn. At the end of the turn, I remove an Oshnu Slime. Thankfully, I have a ridiculous amount of draw available in my deck. Let's use the Associates. I guess I name drop now, because if I get to... Wait, I get... Never mind, I guess I just defend. Sure. Let's defend, and then I think we still throw out the name drop. It's just the bully in that deck that I don't want to hit. That's good. Oh, Puppy Snail Eyes! All hostility cards deal 1 less damage. Whenever you play a hostility card, this deals 2 damage to a random argument. Oh, it's adorable. I must remove it. That'll do. That'll totally remove it. Takes 1 damage to that argument. While Oshnu is going to be deploying an argument this turn as well. Also, they are shielded. Well, that argument can't be attacked this turn, so I guess I'm just going to be trying to draw cards and defend. Just gain experience on relevant cards, I guess. A giant amount of renown here is going to help us deal damage, too. There's another Puppy Snail Eyes. Yeah, you really can't get hostile in this fight. Or really ought not get hostile in this fight at the absolute least. Let's name drop. Networker needs to be played. It's too important. Then I guess I'm going with Save Face thereafter. I was planning on throwing out a completely different turn there, but Networker needs to be played. Need to actually upgrade it. Is that meter next to the concede part of the meta progression? Yes. Yes and no. It is something you can increase the quality of using the meta progression, but it itself is just a flourish bar that persists between negotiations. There's also one between fights. And at any point after it has reached its maximum potential, you reach its maximum potential by playing cards, dealing damage, mitigating damage, and destroying arguments. Then you have the ability to unleash a giant attack. Although at the moment, the giant attacks that it can unleash for me are quite weak. Because again, it is leveled up with meta progression, which I have not yet done. Not the damage I wanted that one to take. So 3 and 3, eh? Oof. That defense there is going to be rough. And by rough, I mean I'm not going to be able to defend that. We tried. Eight? Renown, no! Renown does a lot of damage. Uh-oh. Gain 2 renown, draw a card. Self-promote, I guess. And, uh-oh. Losing the renown stack was really rough. I just need to end this fight as quickly as I possibly can, but that's also hard to do. Why? Alright, in the draw pile, we still have one defensive card, I guess. So I guess I hope I draw the defensive card here. Oh, God. Oh, why is my damage going to be so bad? No! Stop! Ow! The enemy is so impatient. We actually legitimately might be taken down here. In fact, I think it literally happens right now. Yep. Yep. Why am I still? Why am I still, though? It doesn't seem like I should still be, but I am. Can we live? Come on. Why? Come on! One damage. One damage! Ugh. Why? Well, I got a lot of experience out of it, I guess. So that's what you gotta do for Pichu here says. So that's why you gotta do what Pichu here says. You get it? Don't you take that tone with me. While Pashoshnu is clearly having none of what you're offering. Hey, let's simmer it down. These things start biting when they get too angry. Yashnu started it! Well, now I have to finish it. Goodbye. Morello, I need a drink. Urcal, let's... Wait, you're a bartender? Hey, can I have a drink with you? What? Did I not get the social boon that's like, once per day, drink and eat without any repercussions? Oh, okay, so without any repercussions is literally just without, specifically, without taking slurred speech and tipsy, rather than without paying money. I thought it was going to be without paying money. Dang. Buy a drink. So I can get 15 renown over there. I can get 10 resolve over here. I think I need more resolve. So more resolve and cheaper. We'll do that there. Then go back out. You find Okonomi lecturing passers-by about the will of Hesh. People often ask us why Hesh does not show itself to us. Why must we only feel the machinations of its will as it twists us from the inside? Well, now Hesh has presented itself upon our very shores. It's still twisting my insides, though. Smell gets worse every day. The flock doesn't seem receptive to Okonomi's advances. Seems like you're having difficulty gaining traction, huh? This miscreant keeps heckling me. At first I thought it was because I'm still a novice. But now I wonder if she might be a heathen. It happens. Anyway, why not let off some steam, huh? There's a party going down to the hideaway and you should come. I can't party while the word goes unspoken. These people are ignoring the pull of Hesh's tides. Beat up Ekel, Ekel will dislike me, or preach to Ekel, Ekel will dislike me. Honestly, this one has help with Okonomi. I think I need more help. But also, if I do a physical fight, I get more renown, resolve at the end of it as well. So, okay, let's beat him up. What's this? Hey, Echo. Yeah. Boom! King hit. I'll deal 4 extra damage on the first hit. Sure. Let's go Tracer, barely Noah. A Smith's Flask again, mate. 2 adrenaline. You remove all adrenaline at the end of the turn, so just 2 more damage this turn. Fine. That'll do. Pop! Gain myself some Moxie there. Tracer toughen up dropkick. Seems about right here. Also prioritizes leveling up the cards that I need leveled up. Why must you damage me so? Let's see if we find anything from Smith's Flask will help us here. Alleviate. I mean, that gives me the ability to play Push It. Rizzy Plays, thank you very much for the Prime subscription. Jerome Mutz in chat, welcome to the Republic. Drink to take 2 damage. Oh, I'm not so sad about that one. Alright, let's push it. Let's alleviate some of that health loss. Play a defensive card. Honestly, I'm going to play another defensive card as well. Let's level those up. If you'd chosen yourself with Tracer, would self-damage get you armor? I don't believe I can choose myself with Tracer. Must target enemy. Okay, let's expand the empty bottle there. And another one. Didn't really want those to be in order after one another there, unfortunately. Tracer, barely. Noah, hit him with a bash as well. So I'm taking some damage in this fight, but honestly, I'm using that damage to upgrade our cards. So the enemy still has Tracer. Yeah, they still have Tracer, so we'll throw out a dropkick here, definitely. Increasing our Moxie just a touch. Get Smith's Arsenal to give us a Hammer Throw. And then a Smith's Flask to give us more trauma, I guess. Don't need to play that empty bottle. Okay, I'm still not having damage, having trouble here. I think, I mean, I can't end them this turn, right? Yeah, to be very reliant on Push It being a good source of something here. So I think it's going to be Toughen Up, and Tracer, literally just focusing on the cards that I want to level up. And those are going to be our defensive cards. Which means I need to draft more aggressive cards in this deck as well. Both of my decks just need more damage. That's honestly like the huge part that is missing from each. Okay, we're out of experience gain, so now it's just gain 3 defense and then drop kick the enemy. Straight into hell. Now you die. I can't believe you wouldn't accept the word of Hesh. Myself, I am, of course, an acolyte of Hesh. I am an avid follower. Makes it sound more like I'm a fan rather than a believer. Threshold 3, gain 2 adrenaline. Hits all enemies. Gain 6 defense. So that does hit multiple things. Do gain defense as well. It's just not a multi-hit. That said, I don't really know if there are many multi-hits in this character's deck at all whatsoever, right? Down the hatch, drink 4, drink 3, draw a card. That gives us the ability to probably get a lot more bottles into the deck. Batman 1903, thank you very much for the Team 1 subscription for the 6th month. Enjoy Moats in chat and welcome to the Republic. It would be a multi-hit versus parties, yes, but it's not a multi-hit on the same target, which is what I need for Tracer to be super effective. Also, I needed damage as a priority, and none of these are currently, like, damage as a priority. I think I'm turning those down. Behold the will of Hesh. It plucks you from the shadows and fills you with intent. Submit yourself, and you, like Smith, will always know the way the current pulls you. The crowd definitely seems motivated by your display. A couple passers-by make the symbol of Hesh upon their brow. It is certainly one way to inspire the flock, Smith. I suppose there will be others at this party tonight. Count me in. Perhaps it'll be easier to ply my craft on the inebriated. 3 out of 4 ain't bad, to misquote Meatloaf.